Hey everybody, and welcome back to this week's episode of Flick News. Izola here with FlickDirect, and if you're new, this is where I just share some of the information that we got in movie news for the past week, and I like to share some of it with you. So grab your popcorn, sit back, relax, and let's get this started. First off, for all of you Den of Thieves fans, I have a little bit of fun information for you. We are getting another movie. Now, the first Den of Thieves, for those of you who don't know, that actually came out in 2018, and they actually literally just released Den of Thieves 2, Pantera, this January? So it literally just came out. And it's done so well, even though that's only the US release, that they decided, hell, we're just going to greenlight the third one. Why even wait? We're just going to ride on those really good coattails and see what happens. Now, this news comes from the official social media, and they also tagged Gerard Butler and O'Shea Jackson Jr., so you know what that means. They are most likely returning. It'd be kind of silly if they didn't tag them, but then again, if they're not going to have them return, they still would do it because they don't want to spoil anything. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but they're tagged. It's there. We're getting a third one. They're most likely returning, so I think that's pretty cool. Now, it also sounds like the script is already done based on some chatter that I have heard, so they're really not messing around. But then again, they knew the first one did well. The second one probably thought it would do just as well, so they're like, you know what, let's just keep... They probably already had the storyline ready, so it's like, we just need to make some tweaks, but they're ready. They've got this going. They're making it. Shouldn't take them very long, I guess, but we'll just have to wait and see what other news comes out. Obviously, that's all I know so far, but when I hear more, I will definitely let you guys know. Next, we have a new twisted vigilante in town, and it is none other than Sir Anthony Hopkins. Yes, Sir Anthony Hopkins. I'm really excited about this one. Now, in this upcoming thriller called Locked, Hopkins plays this cold, calculated killer who traps a car thief, played by Bill Skarsgård, in his SUV. And what follows is pretty brutal. Like, really brutal. I'm going to leave the details out because you'll see. It's brutal. Only word I can think to describe it. Basically, if you watch the trailer, which I will leave in the comments, or no, I'll probably put it in the description. Maybe both. Who knows? I'm not sure what you guys really check. So, but at least in the description, I will leave the trailer so that you can kind of get an idea what happens. But Hopkins really just tortures this poor guy in so many different various ways. So anyway, the movie comes out in March, so we don't have to wait too long, but that's US. UK, you'll have to wait a little longer, but I'm really curious to see how this one's going to be, and I mean, we know Hopkins can do it. You know, he played Hannibal Lecter, for Pete's sake. I think he can pull this off pretty well. And finally, we all know that in the movies, if you don't see someone die on screen, that normally means that they didn't really die. But then again, I can't really say that because we've seen people die on the screen and they still somehow miraculously come back to life, even if it's not some supernatural horror film or something to that extent. Still not sure how 3/4 of them survive. But, you know, hey, there's some weird way that they do. So when I say Stu didn't die when the enormous television, because, you know, back in the day, TVs weighed like 10 million pounds. Yes, I'm over-exaggerating, but, you know, the tubes in there were just so big that they weighed a lot. I think it was probably a 50-pound television, but anyway, in Scream, the original, you wouldn't be surprised, right? Right? Like, that he survived with that huge thing. I mean, there would have to be brain damage at least, and probably not really able to move. But I mean, again, stranger things have happened, right? Anyway, to my excitement, and I'm sure many of yours, it turns out our original Ghostface will be returning in the next movie, Scream 7. How did I know this? Well, Matthew Lillard decided to go to Instagram and post this nice little message for all of us there. And I kind of squealed a little bit. I was kind of excited when I read it. Oh, and he isn't even the only one. Apparently Roman's returning as well. How? I have no freaking clue. I just hear these things and I provide the information back to you. But I would like to know how. I would like to know why. I mean, we're just gonna have a bunch of old ghost faces running around chasing after Sydney, you know, because she hasn't had enough torment and craziness in her life. I did mention Joel McHale is actually going to be playing her husband. And I don't think we really know what happened to Patrick Dempsey's character either. So there's a lot of stuff, a lot of questions that need to be answered. And unfortunately, we're going to at least have to wait a year to find out because it doesn't come out until February 2026. And I know we're not really supposed to know. It's part of the script, the plot. We got to wait and see what happens. But couldn't you have waited a little longer or closer to the release so that we wouldn't have to wait so long? I'm a very impatient person. Like, I want to know how Stu survived. I mean, I'm not saying that if a television falls on your head, you're not going to survive, but things happen. You're not going to be the same after that. Again, very heavy object falling on your face. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just, you know, I guess I'm just going to have to be patient and wait, but obviously we will get more little teasers and trailers and things like that. So you know I will be back to share anything that I get on this because I absolutely love Matthew Lillard. I'm super stoked that he is coming back. And hopefully it'll kind of give that old Scream feel because the original, chef's kiss. It was so amazing. I absolutely loved it. And I need more. So we'll just have to wait and see. And with that, this concludes this week's episode of Flick News. Please be sure to like and subscribe to all of our channels so you never miss out on any entertainment news. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!